Good evening. It's 5:30 p.m. and I'm going to call to order this regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls City School District Board of Education on April 22nd, 2026. Ms. Stoyko, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Gomez?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Here.
Ms. White? Here. Mrs. Zimmer?
Here.
Thank you. Item B is approval of the agenda. Number 1 is a motion to approve the agenda. It's recommended the Board of Education approves the agenda of the April 22nd, 2026 Board of Education meeting. Action by the Board of Education and adoption of a consent agenda means that all items are adopted by one singular motion unless a member of the Board of Education, treasurer, or superintendent requests that any such item be removed from the consent agenda and voted upon separately.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Gomez?
Aye.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Aye.
Ms. White?
Aye.
Mrs. Zimmer?
Aye.
Thank you. Item C is our opening ceremony, and number 1 is our informational items. This meeting is a meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business. It is not a public community meeting, although there are opportunities for public participation. If an individual wishes to address the board regarding a topic found on the meeting agenda, the individual must complete a registration form found inside the attendance notebook and present it to the treasurer. Following the introduction of the topic by the board president, followed by board discussion, the individual will be recognized. If an individual wishes to address the board regarding a topic not found on the meeting agenda, they must notify the superintendent and/or board president of the topic no later than 3 business days in advance of the meeting. These individuals may share their comments during the board business portion of the agenda. In both cases, the individual will preface comments by announcement of their name and address and limit comments to 3 minutes. All statements should be directed to the board president. No person may address or question board members individually. An unabridged board agenda for this meeting can be found on your electronic device at the address shown on the screen, and for your convenience, hard copies of the board agenda may be found on the sign-in table down by Mr. Harris. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Board of Education is Wednesday, May 13th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. right here in the Black Box Theater. And now for our pledge and welcome, Mr. Harris.
Please stand for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Welcome. Our vision, Cuyahoga Falls City School District, the hub of our community, committed to a culture of caring. We innovate, we create, we personalize education for all. Our mission, every student, every day, every opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Brings us to item D, presentations. We have a lot of wonderful things to celebrate tonight, and first up is our Friend of Education Award. I'd like to invite up Mrs. Schaefer.
Thank you. Good evening. It is my honor to present the Cuyahoga Falls City School District's Friend of Education Award. Established by the Board of Education, this award recognizes individuals, businesses, and organizations who make a meaningful and lasting contribution to our district's vision, mission, and strategic plan. It celebrates those who go above and beyond in supporting our students, staff, schools, and who help foster the culture of caring that defines Cuyahoga Falls through their time, talents, and unwavering commitments. Tonight, we're proud to recognize Mark Bowers for his extraordinary dedication to our instrumental music program for the Black Tiger community as a whole. A 1985 graduate, Mark's commitment to the Tiger Band has spanned more than 40 years. For 2 decades, he served as president of the Pride Alumni Association, helping to strengthen and grow a program that continues to thrive today. 16 years ago, he helped establish a scholarship awarded annually to a graduating senior pursuing a degree in music, an investment in the future that continues to impact students year after year. One of Mark's proudest accomplishments was helping to secure a $25,000 donation to name the band room in our 6 through 12 campus in honor of a beloved band director, Robert Feldbush. This tribute ensures that Mr. Feldbush's legacy will continue to inspire generations of student musicians, and it reflects Mark's deep respect for our history and traditions of our program. Mark has also played a vital role in building and sustaining a partnership between Alumni Association and our instrumental music patrons. Through his leadership in fundraising efforts such as Tag Day and Italian Festival, these collaborations have generated, by my math, hundreds of thousands of dollars supporting the purchase of new instruments, uniforms, and opportunities for our students. Beyond those numbers, Mark has created something even more lasting, a culture. His enthusiasm and pride have helped build a vibrant alumni band tradition that keeps graduates connected long after they've left our halls. From the moment seniors receive their alumni band shirts before they graduate, they are welcomed into a legacy that he has helped nurture year after year. Other districts have looked to replicate what he does, but they'll never be the pride of the pride. Mark's passion for Cuyahoga Falls runs deep. Today, he continues to serve our district as Executive Director of the Cuyahoga Falls City Schools Foundation and Alumni Association, where he leads efforts to support and enhance educational opportunities for all students. Simply put, no one embodies black and gold pride quite like Mark Bowers. Please join me in congratulating tonight's Friend of Education Award, Mark Bowers. So this is for you. There's a box for you to- Oh, thank you so much. Keeping you organized. And Friend of Education. And I've invited Mark to share a few words. He's a man of few words.
Thank you, everybody. I am incredibly humbled and incredibly nervous being up here. But I want to talk about the Tiger Band because that's my passion. We are so blessed and so fortunate to have the strong music program we have here at Cuyahoga Falls. I kid you not when I say we are the envy of every band director in northeastern Ohio, including a specific one up in Orange, now that I think about it. The Tiger Band runs very deep in my family. Bob Feldbush molded me, Brandon Duvall molded my daughter, and Dustin Harris molded my son. And the music program itself molded my wife, a Firestone swimmer, into one of the best band moms around. So where are my top Tigers? If you're a top Tiger, raise your hand. Congratulations. And I want to tell all our young ones at some point, Mr. Harris and Mrs. Lambert is going to come to your classroom and ask you if you want to join the band. Your answer needs to be, yes, I do. I want to be in the Tiger Band. So thank you for the award. I can't accept it personally. We have a committee of 10 people. We've been together for 21 years now, and it's because of the committee that the band has worked, the band has done what we've done, so I accept this on behalf of the entire Pride Alumni Committee. Thank you very much.
And after all our recognitions are over, we are going to get pictures with all the people we recognize. Dr. Selko will give more instructions about that, but we just want everyone to know that and note that. So don't anybody try to leave before we get those pictures, because we want everybody in the community to know and get an opportunity to celebrate you as well. For our next two presentations, I'd like to invite up our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Jody Hausman.
Okay. Thank you, President Gomez, Vice President Schaefer, board members, Dr. Selico, Ms. Stoikoi, for having me here tonight, as well as thank you, community, and my colleagues. So at this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Scala and Ms. Turlange up to join me, please, while they're heading this way. And if there are any staff here tonight, is there any staff from Richardson and DeWitt? Come on up. Yep, you get to come too. Come on. So these are two elementary schools have won the Governor's Science of Reading Champion Award. And so this is issued by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce, and it celebrates schools that have demonstrated a proven commitment to high-quality literacy instruction with research-based science of reading practices. So some of the things that the schools have accomplished are 100% of their teachers, administrators, and all teachers in support have been certificated in the science of reading pathways. They have completed the structured literacy certification coursework. They are implementing their core instruction with evidence-based programs such as Heggerty, Foundations, Wit and Wisdom. We are doing targeted intervention using Orton Gillingham, Wilson, Foundations, and UFly. We do universal screening 3 times a year on all our students to let us know how they're proceeding with reading. We are diagnosing with precision and using specific screeners to inform us when children are not making progress. We are also monitoring the students who are not making progress so we can see if those evidence-based strategies are closing gaps for our readers. We have a building leadership team that looks at the data and informs our teachers and our administrators how we're doing. We also have our teacher-based teams who are dedicated to universal instruction through teacher clarity work that they've been working on for the last few years. And we have 3 literacy coaches in the district who work and do learning walks and come in and support our teachers in a variety of ways. We also promote Literacy Night for our families. We had over 400 guests this year. We also have Reading Celebration Weeks in our schools, and that they have continued to improve and close those gaps for their subgroups. And so we're so proud of all that you've done, and we appreciate everything. So thank you. Do you want to make a comment? Okay. They're like, thank you, thank you.
Talk about how rare that award is.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Gomez. So we have about 2,400 public schools at the elementary level. There are about 100 schools in the state of Ohio receive this award. So it is a very prestigious award based on how few receive it. So thank you for reminding me of that. Thank you. Okay, and then Ms. Turlon, do you want to stay up? And Mr. Smith, can you join me? Any high school staff here?
The Richardson staff could have
The Richardson
stayed.
staff can come back if you want. They're so excited about the first one. So our high school and our elementary school, Richardson Elementary, won the Momentum Award. Again, this is a very prestigious award, and it's an award for schools that are showing improvement in a very fast-paced way. So to receive the Ohio Momentum Award, that they have to show significant improvement in student achievement while maintaining strong growth. So to earn the award, you have to, with a performance index, which is based on student achievement performance at 3 points or more, and showing children showing progress, expected year's growth or more than 1 year's growth, and earning a 4 stars on their progress component on the report card. And these are schools that are showing progress. They have not quite met their 5-star rating, but they are very close to getting there. And so we're proud to announce that the high school, whose performance index rose by 8.8 points, so they're way beyond the 3 points, and Richardson Elementary performance index rose by 4.6 points, again, way above the 3 points. We appreciate their dedication and hard work to improving and growing our students, and knowing that this is our moral compass moment, that we are here to ensure our children are ready for employment, enlistment, or further, what's the other one? Enrollment, further education. I'll get it. So thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Hausman, and I think It's really important to recognize these are awards that the state of Ohio is giving to our district and our building. You know, we as board members and our administration sing the praises of our district loud and often, but it's something different when the state of Ohio says that they can see something going right in our district, and it makes us just exceedingly proud of what's happening here in Cuyahoga Falls. So thank you to all of our staff and all of our buildings for what's happening every day. And with that, we have another presentation. We get to have our Staff Star Award. I'd like to invite up Ms. Allison Bogdan, our Director of Human Resources.
Thank you, President Gomez. Good evening, everybody. It is my honor every month to stand before you and recognize one of our own, a staff member that is nominated by their colleagues. And this month, the person that we are recognizing is a paraprofessional at the Preston Elementary School. Her name is Miss Amy Stobbs. Do you want to come on up here, Amy? And as always, the whole Preston staff is here. Would you guys like to come up here? Everybody can come up, and those people that nominated her can speak.
Tammy will.
Oh, they're coming.
They're coming.
And Joanne can come up too. Yeah, Joanne, you can come up too.
She wants to. Do it.
Come on, Joanne.
Come on, she can't not.
We know
She's known me
Joanne.
longer than any of them.
We know Joanne. She can come on.
I'm going to stand with that. We have, Ms. Stobbs has a record 3 people that nominated her, so they're all going to be speaking this evening. Ms. Hanson, do you want to start? Okay.
Our families go way back.
Hello. I've worked with Amy for like 12 years, and I've known her really well. She has become an indispensable asset to the school district for her proactive initiative and unwavering dedication to student success. She has helped me through a lot of stuff that we have at Preston, and I could not do my job without her. She treats every student with individual importance, ensuring they feel safe, supported, and valued. And I just want to say thank you, and I'm a better person because of you. Congrats.
We're a good team. I agree. What she said.
Now I have to read this. I've worked with Amy 8 months.
Yep.
But I've known you like
Longer than that.
20 plus years or whatever. I'll read it. While spending time with the Preston staff this school year, it's an honor to recommend Amy Stobbs for our District Shining Star Award. I cannot say enough positive things about this lady. She has a natural ability to connect with students and always demonstrates compassion and support. She is amazing with students and creates positive environment where they feel valued. Amy's dedication to students and Cuyahoga Falls City Schools is evident in the way she supports, nurtures, and encourages them every day. Amy lives and breathes black and gold, and I am honored to stand beside Amy.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. So, Amy is the definition of shining star because her light reaches everyone, regardless of the setting. At school, she is a fierce advocate for both students and staff, never settling for good enough, and constantly pursuing her own professional growth to better serve our community. She supports all areas of Preston and sets the example for others on how to best support students. The staff turn to Amy for suggestions, strategies, and basically you name it. And this includes me. First is me. Amy has taught me so much when it comes to meeting the needs of all students, as well as helping the adults. I don't know which is harder. Okay, I do, but I'm not going to say it because this is being recorded. Amy has even been asked to share her knowledge and skills by conducting district PD sections, sessions. Amy Staubs is the kind of person you want in your circle. While she excels in her career, she is also the unwavering center of her family, selflessly supporting and being there for her children, grandchildren, dad, grandmother, great-grandmother. Amy doesn't just show up, she steps up anytime and any place. Amy Staubs. I want to be just like you when I grow up. Our district is so fortunate to have you, and I am blessed to have you in my circle and in my corner.
Ms. Stobbs, would you like to say something? You don't have to, but we know you like to.
Oh, I do like to, but not in front of a mother. Okay, hold on. I am so blessed to have all these people to work with, because it's just not me. We all as a team do it. You all have my heart, and we work together. And we're going to get through the rest of this year together with smiles on our faces, right? And my family, the bagged ones are back there. Go ahead, raise your hands, my kids. And my daughter. Oh, and I love that I can be there with Wyatt. Yeah. They all make it worth it. Everybody makes it worth it. Just smile and have fun while you're doing it. So thank you. Thank you.
And then that's going to bring us to our top Tigers. The reason we do top Tigers last is because we want our students to see all of the wonderful people that contribute to their day. We can't do what we do without community members that go out of their way, give of their time to volunteer to support our schools. We can't do what we do without the amazing progress that our schools are making. We can't do what we do without dedicated staff that go above and beyond, but we can't exist without our students. So that's why we always end with our top Tigers. So I'd like to invite up Dr. Selico to do our top Tiger presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening. Students, what do you think about that? We had to wait for all those adults. Oh my goodness. It's like, when's it gonna end? No, our adults are equally as important. And so we had to give them, you see how excited they get as well. You see, when you're a child, you get excited, but when you grow up, we get excited and very proud of our staff just as much as we are of you. So thank you for wading through that process, and our community members for his award as well, Mr. Bowers. So, all right, but now is the big moment for our top Tiger. So who's excited? Woo! All right, good. Nice, all right. Well, how many of you, is this your first time for your child receiving a top Tiger? First time? Okay, all right, first time. Well, let me tell you, for those of you who may not be familiar with Top Tiger Award, the Top Tiger Award is given by our Board of Education to students from each building each month. So the students are chosen by various staff members in the building, and I get the pleasure of reading about each one of them. So I'm going to ask when your name is called, so students, I need you to listen carefully. We keep changing between the auditorium and here, so I gotta make sure I know my staff and board will check me on this. So when you hear your name called, I want you to come forward. Okay, we're going to stand over here. You're going to get some nice goodies and prizes, and Mrs. White, where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Sometimes Mrs. White's hard to find, but there she is. All right, Mrs. White is here to help me distribute those gifts and prizes that you will receive this evening. You also will get, and I don't know if I have one here, I don't see it in front of me, a yard sign for you to bring home. You could display it in your window or in your yard that says that your child is a top Tiger. So that is compliments of our CFEA, which is our teachers union, and Mrs. Carlisle is here this evening representing, so thank you to your union. All right, so once you get all of your things, you're going to get a picture from Mrs. Stewart is back here, so you're going to come here, make a stop to Miss Stewart, and then we'll have you go back to your seat. Afterwards, we're going to come probably out these doors, and we'll go out to the right. Is it to the right? or that way? Which door are we going to? Okay, this way. I wasn't sure which classroom we chose. So this way, there's a classroom, and you will get a T-shirt, and you'll hear more about that. I don't want to. Oh, that's right. See, I was right.
They're going to the left for a
All
picture.
right, see that? See that? Left for picture. Don't you worry, you're in good hands.
After the
Left
picture.
for the picture. After you go to the right to get your shirt. Don't worry, there will be adults to help you. Better than me, I promise. Different adults. All right, but I was right, my first inclination, but I saw Mr. Elger pointing that way, and I'm like, I thought right was the goodies that way, so don't worry, you'll get there. All right, so as in addition to CFEA contributing to this evening and supporting our students, we also have other generous community sponsors, including our Cuyahoga Falls Foundation and Alumni Association. And we want to thank all of our partners for really, it takes a village, as we know, to raise our students and to encourage them to be the best that they can be. So we appreciate all of our partners. And at this time, we are going to have Ms. Weekly, I think, from the foundation come and speak for just a moment. Thank you.
Good evening. So my name is Megan Weekly, and I'm proud to serve as our communication lead for the Alumni Foundation. I'm a proud graduate of Cuyahoga Falls in 2008, so really excited to come back and help present this award on behalf of the foundation. In addition to Top Tigers, each year the foundation awards over $150,000 in scholarships to our graduating seniors. We also award multiple teacher grants for special classroom projects and work with various alumni around the community to help plan things such as class reunions or host their class websites. Each May, we recognize distinguished alumni and host a special recognition program and reception. So that's coming up in 2 weeks, so feverishly working to get that ready. And then the most exciting part is all of our Top Tigers are invited to walk with us in the Memorial Day Parade. So really excited to get that invitation out and have you march through the parade with us and celebrate with your community. So tonight, after the Top Tigers are recognized and the group photo has been taken, we'll head over to the left for the photo and then back to the right for the t-shirts and folder distribution. And the t-shirt we are asking that you wear to the Memorial Day Parade. So you're recognized at that point again as a Top Tiger. On behalf of the Cuyahoga Falls Foundation and Alumni Association, we're congratulating all of our Top Tigers on earning this very special recognition. We're proud of each and every one of you and look forward to seeing everybody at the parade here in about a month.
All right, it's just as I said. You're going to go to the left first and get your picture, and then you'll go to the right. So, yes, we'll take our picture first. And those of you who received awards, the staff members, please also wait, and we'd like you to join us for pictures as well. All right, so we're going to get underway, and we are going to start with our first Top Tiger student from the high school. And our first student to be recognized this evening is Ella Salashi. Ella, come forward. Get to stand here and get embarrassed. Ready? Are you ready? All right. Ella is a standout Top Tiger who exemplifies what it means to be a curious and dedicated scholar. Their profound passion for history goes far beyond the standard curriculum. They consistently seek out deeper understanding and are always eager to go above and beyond in their studies. This academic drive is matched by a remarkable work ethic and a natural inclination toward leadership. In the classroom, Ella doesn't just participate. They elevate the conversation, encouraging their peers to think critically and stay engaged. Ella's enthusiasm for learning is infectious, and their dedication to excellence in all areas makes them a deserving candidate for this recognition. Congratulations. All right, and our second student from the high school this evening to be recognized is Isla Sullivan. Isla is the definition of a Top Tiger. Am I saying your name right? Awesome. Consistently demonstrating a work ethic that sets a high standard for our entire school community. She possesses the rare ability to lead by example, often serving as a quiet but powerful role model for her peers. Whether tackling a complex academic challenge with grit and resilience or stepping up to support a classmate in need, Isla approaches every task with integrity and a growth mindset. Isla's leadership is rooted in citizenship. She's a stabilizing force in the classroom who treats both staff and students with genuine respect. Beyond her academic achievements, it is her consistent dedication to doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, that makes her an invaluable asset to our school. Isla truly embodies the spirit of excellence and service that this program seeks to honor. Congratulations. What a great All right, and we had a student that was unable to come last time, so I'm hoping is here this evening, and that's Ashlyn Walker. Ashlyn, able to be here? No? All right. Well, Ashlyn was our high school student, and our science department recommended her, so we can just give her a round of applause. We will check in with her. All right, moving along to the middle school, we have Bryce Diltz. Bryce? Bryce? All right, Bryce is a shining star for Team Phoenix. He always has a sunny disposition and a willingness to help out. He is super friendly with both his peers and staff. He consistently earns A's and B's in his classes and confidently answers questions and shares ideas as well. In addition to his academics, Bryce also plays the trombone in the band and enjoys the middle school robotics club. Awesome. Mr. Hartong would like to give Bryce an extra shout out for creating engaging review games for our history lessons. I'll have to come to one of those. I'll probably get them all wrong, but I can come. All right. Mr. Hartong puts these games on his website, and all the students then benefit from Bryce's efforts. Team Phoenix is pleased to award the top tiger to Bryce. Good job, bud. All right. And our next student from the middle school is Gabrielle Wolf. Gabrielle? All right. Gabriella is the type of student all teachers hope to be a part of their class. She is hardworking, conscientious, and dedicated to learning for learning's sake. Gabriella is great at working with peers. She takes others' perspectives and shares her perspective to gain a well-rounded understanding of topics and the world around her. That's good. You don't see that all the time. She is the individual that stands out for fitting in. She has integrity by doing all she is supposed to without fail. We are so proud of Gabriella and look forward to seeing her achieve all she is capable of in her future, no matter where she goes and what she does. Congratulations, another student that was unable to make it last time, I'm not sure was able to make it this evening, is Weem Hamada. Weem, are you here this evening? No? All right, well, congratulations to Weem. We have a good little clapper over here, huh? All right, getting into it, huh? I like it. You got Mickey Mouse and Goofy? Yeah? Excited? All right, keep hanging in there. All right. All right, our next school that we're going to recognize this evening is from DeWitt, our student, and that is Elijah Morrow. Elijah? I don't think he's excited. What do you think? You almost knocked Mrs. White over in your excitement. Good job, bud. Are you a track star? Yeah, I see it. I mean, I can't even come close to catching up to you. All right. So, Elijah, let's hear about you. You're a hardworking and dedicated learner who consistently does what is expected of him. Elijah excels in reading, math, and science, showing strong academic ability and genuine desire to learn. Kind and helpful, he always tries to please and brings a positive attitude to the classroom. Even when facing difficult situations, he maintains a smile and continues to persevere. Elijah is the cheerleader in our classroom, always congratulating others or offering kind words when someone is feeling sad. He enjoys being helpful to both friends and teachers and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Elijah listens carefully to directions and works diligently to complete each task. Outside the classroom, he participates in drama club. I can see it. Yep. And loves entertaining others. Yep. Bringing enthusiasm and creativity to his performance. I have one of those at home too, don't you worry. I am beyond proud of him and his work, and I am honored to nominate him as this month's first grade top tiger. Congratulations, bud. Good job. Okay? Right here, honey. There you go. All right. Our next student from DeWitt is Ivy Smith. Ivy? Hello, Ivy. Wow. Ivy is a superstar student who brings kindness. Step forward. I see some cameras. You're like the paparazzis over there. Step up. All right. Ivy is a superstar student who brings kindness and hard work to school every day. Whether she is tackling a tough assignment or helping a friend in need, she does it all with a giant smile. I am so impressed by how she takes charge of her own learning while still making time to lend a helping hand to a friend. She is respectful, responsible, and always makes safe choices in class. Ivy is a true friend to everyone, and I am so proud of the amazing progress she has made in first grade. Congratulations, Ivy. Good job. All right, moving along to Lincoln School. We have Macy Riddle. Macy? Okay, Macy. It has been an absolute joy to witness Macy's growth during this school year. She has demonstrated tremendous growth in her reading fluency. This progress is a direct result of her persistence and focus. Furthermore, Macy continues to impress me with the depth of creativity and genuine effort she pours into her writing. She doesn't just complete assignments, she elevates them with her unique voice and thoughtful details. Most importantly, Macy's character shines through in everything she does. She treats her peers with unwavering kindness and empathy, making her a natural leader and a shining example of core classroom values. By consistently and authentically practicing BTP and STARS listening, she sets a remarkably high standard for those around her. She understands that being a student is more than just about grades. It is about how you treat others and how you show up each day. I love that. Macy is truly becoming a distinguished scholar and a compassionate leader, and it is a privilege to support her on this journey. I am incredibly proud of the hard work she puts into school every single day, and I look forward to seeing all the things she will achieve. Congratulations. Good job, Macy. All right, our next student from Lincoln is Luandu Prince Safari. I love that name. Luandu? No? Oh, I was looking forward to that. All right. Luandu we will catch up with at Lincoln, grade 4, 4th grade. All right, our next school is Preston, and our first student is Austin Basquet. Is it basket or basket? Basket. Good. I was trying to make it fancy. I like that. I was right. Basket. All right, Austin. Austin is an exemplary student who is consistently polite, respectful, and a positive role model for his classmates. He demonstrates a deep understanding of core subjects and has a particularly strong grasp of scientific concepts and vocabulary. His curiosity and enthusiasm for discovery add a wonderful dimension to our lessons. It is a joy to teach such a motivated and knowledgeable Preston student. Congratulations, Austin. Good job, buddy. And our second student this evening from Preston is Aaliyah Russell. Aaliyah? Hello. You ready? Yeah, I love that smile. You are so ready. All right. Aaliyah has exceptional leadership qualities and others benefit by her example. She is a conscientious worker and excels in both reading and mathematics. She is a role model by being an attentive listener during instructional time, completing all of her work to the best of her ability, and by actively participating in all classroom activities. She is helpful to her teacher and her classmates. She brings enthusiasm for learning each and every day and inspires others to do their best. I can count on Aaliyah to bring a smile into the classroom each day and always be willing to learn. We can expect great things from you in the future. Congratulations. All right, we're moving on to Price. Our first student from Price is Wesley Peterson. Whoa, we should have a race afterwards. We have some long hallways. You can go nuts right down the hallway. Yep. All right, do you go by Wesley or Wes?
I go by both.
All right, well, we'll stick with Wesley because that's what it says, a very formal evening, so we'll go with Wesley. Okay, this year Wesley has shown wonderful growth and enthusiasm for learning. He is a bright and kind student who takes great pride in his work and always tries his best. Wesley is quick to lend a helping hand to classmates and is a thoughtful member of our classroom community. He also loves to make others laugh with his jokes, bringing joy and positivity to those around him. It has been a pleasure watching him learn and grow this year. All right, Wesley, good job, bud. All right, our next student from Price, and I'm gonna hope I pronounce this right, and if I don't, you correct me. Ayusha Pandek. Ayusha, did I say that right? Where's Miss, yeah, I did, okay. All right, we got it right, all right. Well, come here for a second. First of all, we need to see you. Let's get out here. I know you're a little hesitant. I feel a little resistance as I'm nudging her along. It's okay. You want to see up you? Oh yeah, she's like, I'm gonna stay close. All right, you stay by me. All right, I got you. All right. Well, Ayusha is a sweet little girl. Yes, she is. Who enters the classroom each day with a big smile on her face. She is always sweet, kind, and caring to every student in the class. Ayusha is always willing to help her friends and teachers when she can. She is a hardworking student and tries hard to always do her best, even when things get hard. She demonstrates Black Tiger pride and is a positive role model for other students with her behavior and enthusiasm for learning. I am proud to nominate Ayusha as a top Tiger in kindergarten at Price Elementary. She's like, I'm out of here. All right, that was very sweet. We needed to see her. She's adorable. Our kindergarten students. All
And
right.
you know, Ms. White was once a kindergartner at Price Elementary.
Oh, look at that, twinsies. Well, yeah.
In the 1900s.
I won't comment any further. You are one of my bosses. All right. Moving along to Richardson, we have Maverick Puente. Maverick? There he is. Hi. Where are your teeth? You don't have. You pull them out? Oh. It's the worst when kids come and they show you their wiggly teeth. I'm like, all right, thank you. I'll trust you. I take your word for it. All right, Maverick, what do we hear about you? Maverick is a thoughtful and motivated student who consistently demonstrates leadership and kindness in the classroom. He serves as a positive role model for others by showing patience, responsibility, and a genuine enthusiasm for learning. Maverick has a strong love of reading, especially the Magic Treehouse series, and he eagerly participates in book studies where he shares ideas and engages deeply with the stories. In addition to reading, he enjoys writing and creates his own books. Recently, he proudly wrote a book about Pokemon cards to his kindergarten class, and he read it to them. Wanting to make the experience even more engaging for his audience, he decided to bring his cards to show alongside the story. This demonstrated both creativity and an understanding of how to connect with younger students. Maverick also shows character during math lessons. When classmates need help, he does not simply give them the answers. Instead, he patiently walks them through the steps and encourages them to think through the problems on their own. Maybe you're going to be a teacher. What do you think? Maybe, we don't know, right? His willingness to support others while promoting independent thinking makes him a valuable member of our first grade classroom. Congratulations, Maverick. Our next student, where are we at? Oh my gosh, I lost track here. Price Richardson. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Amelia Kahaney? I got it. I heard it. Yep. All right. Amelia. Hi. All right. Amelia is a wonderful student who is kind-hearted. She comes to school every day with a bright smile and a positive attitude that truly sets the tone for learning. Her enthusiasm and readiness to learn make her a joy to have in the classroom. Amelia is a very bright student who consistently works hard and takes pride in her work. Her dedication to her academics and her willingness to apply herself each day makes her a role model for her peers. She is an excellent partner for classmates who may need assistance because she is so patient, kind, and helpful. She takes the time to support others and encourages them in such a thoughtful way. When she is not in school, she enjoys playing, oh, I thought that said football for a minute, but that would be cool too. Softball, spending time with her family, and reading. She has a kind personality and great work ethic. I have truly enjoyed being her teacher. Keep shining bright, Amelia. Congratulations. Oh, Amelia. All right, moving to Silver Lake. Our first student is Jaden Madrano Morales. No, Jaden. All right, we'll catch up with Jaden. All right, and our second student is Haley Murphy. Haley? Oh, there you are. Hi. You know me? You do remember me? I remember you. See, we remember each other. I was in her classroom. Yeah. Was I behaving? Was I behaving? All right, that's good. All right. Whew, got me nervous, Haley. All right, Haley has come so far during her time at Silver Lake. She has grown in her confidence. Haley is an incredible helper. She is always stepping up and offering to do things for myself and for other kids in our group. She has improved her reading significantly over the course of her time at Silver Lake and continues to push herself to become the best student that she can be. I am so proud of Haley. Congratulations, honey. Yeah, we're gonna get your picture. Wow, how unkind am I? We finally got down to our preschool student. I made them wait this whole time. Isn't that terrible? I'm awful. So usually what we do is we used to start with youngest and work our way to the oldest, but when we're in the auditorium, they have to sit on stage, and we thought our older students could handle sitting up there longer than our younger ones, but we don't have that situation here, so maybe we need to do it in the reverse. But our preschool student has been extremely patient waiting, and are proud to bring forward our patient, Grayson Mao. Oh, good manners. He said thank you. See that? I love it. What? Yeah, you ready, Grayson? All right, Grayson. Ready? I'm going to talk about you. Grayson, are you ready? Okay. We are honored. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You want to get up here too? Let's go. Whoa. All right. Ready, Grayson? Yeah. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Ready? All right, we are honored to nominate Grayson for the Top Tiger Award. Grayson demonstrates an incredible enthusiasm for school each and every day. He arrives, right, I'll second that. He arrives with a bright smile on his face and often claps with excitement when he sees his teacher bringing joy and a positive energy to our classroom from the very start of the day. Grayson actively participates in circle time, engaging in all activities and joyfully singing along to every song. His excitement for learning is evident in all that he does, and his positive attitude is contagious to those around him. Grayson truly embodies what it means to be a model black tiger. His eagerness, his eagerness, kindness, and love for school make him a deserving recipient of this award. Say thank you.
Thank you.
All right. What a sweetie. Oh my gosh, I love our kids. They're so sweet. All right. It is hot under these lights, though, I will say. Everybody's hot. All right, so that concludes our award ceremony, but I want to say a few things before we head over to get our pictures taken. Number one, as you saw, we have a number of staff members who are here this evening. They didn't know that they were going to be recognized for staff awards. They came for your children. So staff, please stand and be recognized for being here. Principals, that includes you. Any staff, yep. Thank you for being here and showing support of your students. That, I know, means the world to them, to see their teachers here this evening and our other staff members here, so they really appreciate that, and thank you for taking your time. Also, again, I want to recognize our parents and families who make a difference in raising their children. There were such wonderful things to be heard about all of our students this evening, and that is due to all of you, so I would like to recognize a round of applause for all of our families. Thank you so much. So what we will do is those of you, we don't have a lot of space, so I think Ms. Stewart generally appreciates the students, coming in first. Families, you are going to get an opportunity to get pictures, so we will definitely make that known for you, but there's going to be some standing in the hallway, and then we'll call a few of you in at a time to get pictures. But if I could have all the students first go out this door, see Mr. Elders over there, and we'll go out to the left. Thank you again.
general fund monthly cash flow up there. It's up there now on the on board docs, but I went to go pull it up and I noticed that one was missing. So if you didn't see it, it's up there now. So we can take a look at that one first. So still receiving our second half, or technically first half as far as that second half for us, tax collections. So again, a very similar month to what we had last year in March. We just received the final settlement this last Friday. And then we ended in a positive balance of about 1.6. We got about $6 million in April. So that will increase come April. And then, we'll start to see May and June as not being huge revenue months, just because those will be completed, and that's where the majority of the funding is. But looking to be pretty much on pace with what we thought in the February forecast. The other one I do want to point out is food service, just because we've been looking at it. It's still running in the negative. It's obviously less, this month. Bill and I have talked multiple times, and we kind of keep in touch on this with things. Towards the end of the month, in June and May, we're not expending, as much for buying, purchasing supplies, food, all of that kind of stuff. But we will still be receiving, like our federal reimbursement. And so at that point, I think if we look at expenditures, you can see like last June, we only spent $78,000 compared to the months before were all around or a little under $200,000. So, it will be close, and hopefully we can kind of eke that out. But I kind of review it on a semi-monthly kind of basis once we get those, reimbursements and things to look at it. But it is definitely going to be close come the end of the year.
I guess my concern is, even if we break even, we came into last fiscal year with cash on hand. So knowing that even if we break even, which is still good, like I'll be happy to break even, but that's with bringing 172,000 into the year.
Yep.
So we know that it's going to need an advance that it probably won't be able to pay back to the general fund next year.
And it will, some of these things we'll get a full picture of next year too. Is there reduced costs by having, middle school, high school together, obviously, and, the efficiency of that. So are there reduced costs compared to the first half of this year? So those are gonna be things not only in food service, but all in general fund, the utilities for this building, how are those gonna compare to what we were doing, and what we were paying previously at 3 separate buildings. And so hoping that's a positive effect. I know it's, overall net positive effect that, things are more efficient, so we're not spending as much and that, but certainly, you're right, we came in with almost $175,000. And even that balance has dwindled from what it was even in previous years.
Oh, yeah,
You could see we were
700.
almost at 900,000 2 years ago.
What do you attribute the difference to?
During the pandemic, we did get some additional funding for COVID. With that, there was kind of everybody was free at certain points, where we got more reimbursement than we are currently getting now. So I think that's kind of how the balance got built up a little. Another thing is, as you all see and we all see in the grocery store, it's the same thing for food service on a much larger level, in those actual food costs. And one other major factor attributing is our insurance costs. For those staff members that work in food service and get insurance, that has gone up significantly over the past 2 or 3 years.
Yes, one of my other questions is, the board raised the rates for breakfast and lunch. So in June, once the full school year's over, could we get, some information on how much money that raised? And that would help us, I think, as we're going into setting appropriations for next year, of like, what was the actual impact of that? I mean, looking at it now, it's not gonna be really helpful because it wouldn't be a full year. And then will we, in the summertime, will we do the CEP analysis again, the cost benefit analysis for CEP for the district?
We actually, I think it was in your Friday notes, perhaps, sometime in this month, maybe. Bill and I have looked at it. It's very close, but it's still not beneficial for us in that aspect. Now, there's a factor in what their calculations spreadsheet is, assuming you get more of an increase because everybody's free. So if you've got more increased participation. So I think they have by default in there like 5%. I don't know what they base that on necessarily. And using that, we would lose money. If you move it to 10%, it moves the needle just slightly over us making a little, coming out basically even, based on, as far as revenue goes. Because what they do is they figure out what they would reimburse you for versus what we're getting for reimbursements right now. So it's looking at that aspect of it.
Well, do we have data on our usage, like during COVID when it was free for all? Could we just plug those numbers in? Because, I don't know, does that make sense? Like, it was free for everyone at one point in our district. So what were the usage numbers then, percentages?
Oh, the usage numbers, okay.
And could we apply that and then see what the financial outlook is and then make a decision based on that?
Yeah,
I get that it's different student, I mean, people have matured.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I'm
different,
sorry,
but that's
just
the
like
best,
rolling through it in my head.
that's the best numbers we
Right.
have without actually giving it a try for a year, which is harder because giving to take away is much more
Now,
difficult.
with CEP, if it's still the same, I haven't looked to see if anything's changed, but like you lock in for like a block of time.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do 1 year and then have to flip back the next year, to like everybody pays again. I think they're 4-year periods, if I remember correctly, that, if we qualify now, then we're kind of locked in regardless of what happens for like a 4-year period to be on that. But it also has some implications as to the economically disadvantaged portion of our funding as well. Because you've got kids that aren't necessarily, would not necessarily qualify for free and reduced, but they're being counted as free. So I'd have to look into that aspect of it as well, just to kind of make sure. I don't know overall if it'll make a huge impact because of the guarantee.
We're talking about automatic qualifiers.
Well, this would be, so there's that economically disadvantaged restricted category. CEP impacts that.
Like people that automatically, like anyone on Medicaid, or is that what you're talking, like people that automatically qualify?
So, yeah, so there's like right now how we're operating, like
Yeah.
there are some paid, there are some, free,
Yeah.
whatever. But if we were on CEP, they're all considered free in a sense, even though by the book, some of them may not qualify, just like they don't all qualify now. And so how they're like categorized through the state then will impact our foundation funding for that economically disadvantaged, because that's what they're looking at, is those kids that are free. Well, they're all free. And
So we would appear to have more disadvantaged students than we actually have.
yes, but I can't off the top of my head remember that there are
Well, that's a good thing.
there are some drawbacks though.
Oh.
It's more than just like that piece. Like there are other like layers, and I'm not gonna speak about it right now because I don't, without looking back into it.
But that's only if we ever go back on the formula.
Yes, yeah,
Which,
and
you know,
but I'm not 100%
there's so much
sure if
to
it'll
this.
still affect, I know, if it'll, because we're on the guarantee, how that will affect that. So yeah, there's a lot of like layers to it, as far as that, but I will look into that, and we can have Bill pull the numbers for,
From when
during the
we're-
pandemic.
I'd be interested to see what those, because that's like the best we have, and if that says, hey, this is bad for our finances
Yeah.
and with the position we're in, then it is what it is, but
And
I really
the
want
other
to get,
ca- the other
I'm not the
caveat-
only board member that wants us to
Yeah.
get to.
I would say the only
Free
other
lunch for all.
caveat to
Yeah.
that is that that's only looking at our revenue, which right now our revenue is not covering that. So we'd still be, all things equal, given this scenario, we're still losing money overall.
Yeah,
Because all it's looking at is what do you get in reimbursements now from the federal government versus what would you get under the CEP program? And it doesn't take into account, and we also lose the revenue of those paid students. So that's part of it too, and that's the other piece that, why I'm not sure even with increased participation, like in the calculation spreadsheet, it works out. And they have you factor in like what is your monthly revenue from that as well. So it's like basically your total revenue. But that's variable. Again, based on participation numbers, based on, this year we increased some costs. But you can see even with that, even if we broke even on the revenue side of it, we're still in this predicament.
well, yeah, we can't, our school district is not going to solve inflation.
No.
I have two questions. When calculating for that, is there a variable reimbursement rate? Like depending on your percent disadvantaged, is there a different percent of reimbursement based on
Yeah.
your disadvantage? So if we have a higher percentage, then it's a higher percent reimbursement?
Yeah, it's because they're different rates, so like they look at the kids that are disadvantaged that they would give the free rate to, and then the kids that are what they classify as denied, which is just full paying students, you're reimbursed at a different rate for them.
So they just raised what the guideline is, the income threshold is a little bit higher, so
Yeah.
I guess that's my second question then. So they've just raised the
But
rate.
the kids so that is, and this is another like layered thing, so when you're calculating for CEP, you only count the kids that are direct certified. So people that fill out an application and they qualify by income are not counted towards, considered that disadvantaged. It's like our kids that are on, and families that are on SNAP and Medicaid, where we're getting that direct certification from the state because they're enrolled in some other
Yeah.
program.
Which with the cuts that have been recently made and the requirements with SNAP benefits was become very difficult to
So yeah, there's a lot of
qualify for.
pieces
Yeah.
to that, and yes,
It's much
those
more
kids, 'cause
difficult to direct
you get
certify.
like there's our total free and reduced
It's not hard to
population.
qualify for SNAP, it's hard to keep your qualifications. So you can qualify for SNAP benefits, but to keep your benefits is very difficult now. That's the tricky part.
I think you have to be employed to qualify, don't you? You have to be employed?
No, you can do community service. It's a certain number of hours per week. My friend works at JFS, and his job is to work with all the elderly people that are getting SNAP benefits.
Okay.
So that's his thing right now is the different ways, like these are people that are obviously not gonna go back into the workforce, so the alternate pathways.
Okay.
So like you can go to your pastor and like volunteer at your church, because a lot of people are already, I'm involved in my church, I volunteer at my church, that counts.
Okay.
So yeah, so those students, those direct certified students, they don't have to fill out anything with us. We get that like file from the state and it's automatic and they don't have to do anything. But then there's also the portion of our students that are not on one of those benefits, but still qualify by income guidelines, based on household or whatever it is, but maybe don't quite qualify for SNAP or things like that. They're not counted in the calculation for CEP as like being an economically disadvantaged student in that sense. So they're two different numbers essentially that, two different groups, one with the application people and one without. Yeah, it's very tangled web.
Any more on food service? It's all related to our food service finances.
Yeah.
But it's just us trying to explore every avenue possible with our financial realities. Other things you wanted to point out?
No, I mean, I always point out interest, but that's getting, kind of, we're closing out funds and, few and far between in that. So, that's gonna go back to kind of our normal levels pre-construction, obviously. 46,000 this month. But you can see as we start to black some of these things out, like we've expended all those funds, so, we've got a little bit of local share left, but not much, and then we'll just have the cops, remaining that we will get interest on, so, besides our general fund.
And just related to athletics, there's, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Hutch have been working with Dr. Selico on a proposal in regards to rentals of athletic facilities, and I think that's coming to us next month, so that'll impact athletics as well. So relevant to all of this.
Yes. Trying to generate revenue. Don't have many ways to do it, but we try to find them.
Yeah. You can.
Any further questions or comments on the financial reports? If not, please call the roll.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Aye.
Ms. White? Aye. Mrs. Zimmerman?
Aye.
Mr. Gomez?
Aye.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Your comments, Ms. Stoikla?
Yes, so I attended OASBO's conference last week, which was great. It's always very informative, and I actually had a meeting at Hudson earlier today for the 6th District, and I was kind of talking to some of my colleagues about it, and typically it can be, it used to be, not that I advocate for what has changed, but when the forecast was due in May, and our conference is always in April, sometimes, and you're trying to close out a year, sometimes it can be a little stressful then to be away for like 3 or 4 days, and one of the treasurers made the comment, like, I felt a little more relaxed this year, because that was behind us, and like, we were able to kind of, do more. Now, I'd still swap it back if it were me, but, but yes, that was part of it. Joanne went wild in the trade show, and I won't go in with her, and yes,
Naturally.
she tries to get me to go, and I just will not do it.
Well, her argument is she's bringing it back for the ladies in the treasurer's office.
Yes. Someone reached out to her today, and she had no recollection of talking to this person. I was like, I think you can go in there and black out because you're so excited, and you have no recollection of what happens while you're in that trade show.
And a bunch of
She won a
drawings.
prize. And I was like, this is why I don't go with you. So it was great. It's always a great conference. They kind of right around that time announced the kind of coalition of public, I forget exactly what it's called.
Coalition to Protect Public Services.
Yes, thank you. So that just came out, and looking forward to kind of some things from there. Moving forward at next meeting, but before this, we are looking at school fees, so, and having those on the next board agenda for next year. They're working through that right now. I'll get that up to you like I typically do beforehand with kind of like the backup for, what all is included in those costs, K-12. Other than that, just closing out the year.
Has the deadline for purchase orders already passed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, past last week while I was gone, I had about 127 emails. That was fun.
So most of our expenditures should be
Accounted for.
contracts and payroll at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So yes, they've closed out. So other than very extreme emergencies.
Or blankets.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you want to show that your sign that Ms.
Oh.
Zimmerman gave
Yes.
you?
Thank you. So they got it at the rally.
No, Mrs. Zimmerman made
She
that.
made that. She
Oh, you
drew
made
that.
She
it?
drew that.
By hand.
That's the
Isn't that
Ohio
awesome?
State House. She drew
Like,
that
look
by
at that.
hand.
That.
Yeah. Art for Kids Hub YouTube tutorial.
Yes.
Which I learned from COVID art classes with boys.
I didn't see the state house. You said the state house was after.
Like I'm terrible.
Okay, looks good.
Drawing it. Well,
Yeah, it's
now I'm
amazing.
even more
You
impressed.
gotta show it that way. They can't
I
see.
had like the Independence Day
Oh,
UFO
sorry.
over it.
Sorry.
No, it was-
He did it. So I said, I'm gonna need that when I saw it. Yes, I said, I'm gonna need that, so I'll put it up in my office. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doisley.
Signed it.
Item G, Superintendent CEO's Business Consent Agenda, Dr. Selico.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. It's recommended that the Board of Education approves the items as listed in the superintendent's consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Selico?
Thank you. My computer is acting up. It's splitting the screens for some reason, but all right. We have several personnel items this evening for your consideration, many of which are routine. We have some appointments, coaches, some resignations, event workers, substitutes. I do have two people in which I will introduce you to this evening. One is here, one was unable to attend. I'll come back to that in a moment. We also have a service agreement for School Links contract, and as a reminder, that's through 6th through 12th grade, and that assists with our college and career readiness goal and graduation, and we use title money to cover the cost of that, so it doesn't come out of the general fund. It is quite a big expense, but a number of our students use it. We track the usage, and we're trying to get more parents to use it. I saw your questions today, so. And there's actually a lengthy, in your administrative content in here, that might help answer some more questions you might have.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a service agreement for Toshiba Business Solutions, and this is essentially approving the bidder of the contract. And so what we found is that we will save about $50,000 over 5 years. So again, we'll take it. So I appreciate Mr. Hutch's work on that and trying to find us some other solutions, because we certainly use copiers a lot in schools. We know that. Next, we have our certified staff. We have a number of teachers and support staff being recommended for continuing contract, and I'll just list their names, and yep, I know they're here. This way, right? We have from DeWitt, we have Jessica Fellman, Emily Marsh. From Lincoln, Jessica Cadillac. Preston, Alma Hunchin, she was here earlier. Preston and Price, we have Emily Smith, she's here. Raise your hand, Emily. There she is. We have Liz Morris and Tricia Hullo. So they're here from Price this evening with their principal. From Cuyahoga Falls High School, we have David Gritter and Glynis Palmisano. And the middle school, Vince Collado and Eric Ortapan. So again, as you know, this is what teachers especially is important to them, and striving for this. There are requirements from the state that they have to meet, and then again, not just from the state, meaning in terms of qualifications and education, but we also have a say in that. Certainly the principals make those recommendations to me, and I'm supporting the recommendation of these continuing contracts this evening. Next, we have some job descriptions. So this is a result of a number of the changes. You will see an accompanying handbook at the next meeting. We just need to, one thing was brought to our attention from Ms. Stoikoy. She wanted us to work on a little bit more. So we'll have that to reflect what you see this evening. But it's not unusual that we ask you to approve the job descriptions, and then second to that would be then the handbook and compensation and things associated. But we are creating a new position, but in doing so, we are eliminating one. So we're actually reducing one administrator in our operations department, and that's Joe Bagatti, who's not here this evening, but he's our director of operations. He will be retiring, and we are not replacing him. Instead, we are going to just give more responsibilities, his responsibilities to, you'll see here, Ryan Hutch at our next meeting where we created a chief operation officer job description. So Ryan will keep his duties that he's doing, with the exception we're modifying a little bit, but then he will pick up all of Mr. Bagatti's responsibilities. So I want to point out that we are making a big reduction there in the operations side. We also have a job description for our pre-K-12 gifted and secondary literacy lead. Currently, Tammy Belko is in this position. Again, this is a teacher support position, so it's kind of quasi-administrative, but it's really working with teachers. And she is currently our pre-K-12 gifted person, but we are adding to her job description the secondary literacy piece. And we just need to give her, we're giving her more responsibility because, as you heard, RIMPs are moving up to middle school, and that we need some support in the middle school, and we're unable to use title funds for that, like we would our structured literacy support and leads, but we're unable to do that. So we're going to give that responsibility to Ms. Belko. She is a middle school teacher, middle English teacher by trade, and strong in ELA, so she's going to lend some support there. So that is not an addition. That is actually, she's getting more responsibility. Technology supervisor, this also, we have a current administrator in the technology department. We are just modifying his job description. Now that Ryan will be taking over, we are going to just redistribute some of Ryan's responsibilities to him, and that will be David Moore. So he'll just, but it's not a new position. It already exists. We're just tweaking that job description. And then lastly, we have a career technical and special education transition specialist. This was an administrative position for our 6th district compact, and we are taking it out of the administrators and putting it into our professional handbook. So they will not have the benefits of administrators, so we are making a reduction there as well.
And that's because Amy McDougall is retiring.
Yes, thank you. And then next meeting, I will talk a little bit more about some even more of the deeper reductions and changes that we have with our administrators, again, at our next meeting. But those are the job descriptions, and then I will go back to our
Before
personnel.
you do that, can I just add on to
Please.
this? So with administrative changes, I know we've gone through, and we still have some more to come, really deep cuts and difficult decisions as a board this year. And oftentimes when you do that, people ask a board, what about administrators? And I just want to point out, we have made a lot of cuts to administration in our district over the last several years and this year as well. And the cuts in total, not just the ones mentioned tonight, to administration just this year total over $500,000 in savings to our district. And those aren't total cuts over the last several years. That's just cuts to administration. This year in this district are saving our district over $500,000. I think that's important to note because people do always say, what about administration start at the top? We are not leaving our administration out of this. We are saving over $500,000 in administrative cuts and asking people to do more.
Yeah, thank you, that's true. And you just made me think of something which might sound small, but really when you total it up, it probably, and Ms. Bogdan knows, it's probably tens of thousands of dollars when our administrators are out, or maybe a medical leave, or we have a time when a building's uncovered as a principal's out for a week. Our central office steps in. Rather than hiring a substitute principal, which can be costly, everyone that you see here in the room, including myself, has gone to a building and sat and played principal for a day. So we do save the district. We have saved the district, and we should probably total that, Ms. Bogdan, someday if you could do that for me, to share with the board the amount of money that we've saved just by shipping in. And we appreciate and enjoy doing it. I mean, it is fun. We enjoy being there and get to be reminded of what it's like to be principal again.
Right.
So, but that is another way in which we save. Is it $500,000? No, but it definitely means something that we show support for our buildings and also savings. So.
And even administrative assistants, Dr. Salko's administrative assistant's been out for weeks. We have a person that we usually use to fill that gap when someone is out in the administrative offices for an extended period of time. And we're not using that person right now. We've asked Ms. Stoikoy's administrative assistant to step in and literally do 2 jobs, which I know is very stressful because these are 2 high-stress positions to assist. And Lisa Grimm's been assisting both of them, which I know is a lot, but she's been doing it with grace and fortitude.
I think, I mean, you guys have really looked at streamlining. I know every department has tried to streamline, but we want to maintain the quality of, what we offer. And I think we should definitely acknowledge people willing to take on more duties and more responsibilities in service of that.
And also, when we cut administrative positions, those are people that our building level leaders look to for support. So I know that people in the community might not always understand that, but that's less support for our buildings as well, because that's who they call to support them when they're dealing with difficult situations, to come in and step in and help them out, or to consult on an issue. And the busier those people are, the less quick they are to be able to respond to help them out as well. So it does put the pain back into the classroom. And I think sitting up here, we understand that it's a lot harder, and it's no disrespect to our community. It's harder when you haven't seen the whole picture to understand that. So it's no disrespect to people whose first reaction isn't that. But I can understand how this whole system works a little bit more, and understand how all of that works. And then it does trickle down to the classroom eventually. Want to get the hard stuff, the less fun stuff out of the way before we got to celebrating a new hire.
Yes. So this evening, I'm recommending to two school psychologists, and I wish I would have spoken with Ms. Zeman a little bit before this, because I always confuse charters, non-chartered, publics, all of those. But we have two psychologists that we are adding, and one is a result of us having to go to a school in the district. Is it non-public charter, thank you. I always screw that up. So a non-public charter that we have to provide a school psychologist to. These are students that don't attend our district either, right? And so we are responsible for providing a school psychologist to those services so they can assess students. And but those students could be in Akron, Stowe, you name it, Woodridge, and yet we're responsible for that. So I just want to point that out, because that is a large expense to the district. And again, I'll refrain from my other comments regarding that, but it's another challenge that we face. But the good news is, as a result, we have two great people being presented to you this evening. Our first was unable to join us this evening, so her name is Paige Ryder. And I just want to take a couple minutes to introduce her. Our second, she'll be our school psychologist that we'll be recommending, and she earned her Bachelor of Science in Psychology from The Ohio State University. She then attended the University of Dayton and earned her Master of Science in Education with a concentration in school psychology and a school psychologist EDS as well. And Ms. Ryder is finishing her internship at Kettering City Schools this year and is excited to get started in the falls. I did that in reverse, that's why Ms. Bogdan had her, I was supposed to say that second, but I actually am doing her first, so that's why. Now I'm going to the person who is here this evening, and that is Hannah Fitzsimmons, and she is also being recommended as a school psychologist, and she is, Ms. Fitzsimmons has earned all of her degrees from Kent State University, including a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, a Master of Science in Education with a concentration in school psychology, and a school psychologist EDS, and she is currently serving the students of Waterloo and is excited to join the talented school psychologist Black Tiger family, and we congratulate both of them and welcome to the Falls, pending your board approval. So we can't clap just yet, so you have to wait. And if three of you would have stayed up in the balcony, it could have been like the Muppets. Like, you know, the guys in the balcony. We teased Miss Stoykoy and her partner Joanne about them always. They look like the two Muppets.
We don't look like
No, you
that.
don't. That's true. But she does have them on her desk.
Act like that.
Yeah, that's, I'm
I
sorry.
don't feel like I look like a
Yeah.
Muppet.
A Muppet or an old man. So, I'm sorry, but yes. So, that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you.
Further questions or comments from the board?
Congratulations to our teachers for earning their continuing contract tenure. So congratulations to our new hires as well. Welcome.
Mr. Hutch knows I'm going to comment on the printer contract. Because I do RFPs and specifically for printer contracts in my day job. So he sent me the whole bid matrix, and I dug really deep, and I appreciate him answering my questions on this, because there's a certain way that they try to make their money on printer contracts, and you did a really good job of protecting the district, to make sure that we are locked in for a period of time and the district's well protected, not get any surprise costs. So really appreciate that. Okay, call the roll, please.
Ms. White?
Aye.
Mrs. Zimmerman?
Aye.
Mr. Gomez?
Aye.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Aye.
Thank you. Now would you like to come forward and say a few remarks?
Hi, everyone. I thought if Grace and the preschooler could do it, I could also come up in front of the crowd and say a few words. Really, I just wanted to take a few seconds to thank the board and you, Dr. Selico, and everyone else. I am so excited to be joining the Black Tiger community, and I'm really excited to start this fall and be able to serve the students and their families. Thank you.
Did they warn you to watch out for the school counselors? Actually, I work with her dad at the city. He's the assistant finance director. Item H, superintendent's business. Your comments, Dr. Selico?
Thank you. I just want to reiterate, we have had a lot of accolades lately in the district, and it's just so refreshing and, just kind of beam with pride when we get these accolades and awards presented. And you saw a couple of them this evening. I'm just really proud of our staff at Richardson and in high school, those Momentum Awards. The 2 awards that you saw this evening are not given out, very easily. You have to earn those, and it's a select group, and so we're just really, really proud of Richardson and high school for their Momentum Award, and then DeWitt and Richardson for the Governor's Science of Reading. We know, we've heard a lot about that award, and, or excuse me, not the award, but Science of Reading, and that, as we talked about the numbers and how few districts are getting that recognition, or schools. So I'm just really proud of that. And then we also learned, and you'll see them at a subsequent meeting here, but the Purple Star Award, DeWitt just received that honor, and so now they've added to the list of Richardson, Lincoln, and Preston. And so supporting our military families, and just really, and I do want to give credit to Peggy in our HR department. She really, truly has led this initiative as well, and encouraged our principals and our staff to really, take part and support our military. So congratulations to all of them. Just really, really proud.
And I think Ms. Zimmerman now has the information to take back to Silver Lake.
I looked it up.
And I spoke with Miss Brown tonight and let her know about the preschool, so she was excited about that.
Oh, man, thank you.
Because she knows how to do it. She's already done it once. And she said, sorry, Ms. Wyckoff, that she knows how to do it, so it'll be her second time, and she's gonna let you know, and she's gonna rope you in and do it with you.
Teamwork.
I didn't tell her that for the record, but she said that she was gonna have you do it, so we'll have all our elementary schools and preschools be Purple Star schools here in short order.
All right, and another proud moment, I think, for us is, and if you don't know this is happening, I guess we haven't been paying any attention, especially being downtown. The Art Walk is tomorrow night. And just, wow, Ms. Schulman and her team, and, we give Ms. Schulman the credit because she leads us, but there are many others that are playing a role in that with in our art department and our teachers, and how they support that. And these ducks are everywhere. I mean, being bombarded by ducks. So really looking forward to that tomorrow night. And Christine and I were talking about how lucky we've been with the weather. Another beautiful night for us. That's been the last few. So I'm looking forward to that, and wearing our t-shirts and supporting all the work that they've done in the downtown. So encourage people to come and just be safe too. There's a lot of people walking, a lot of children, so we got to keep an eye on them. Let's see, last week I took our Soups Troops, went to Lincoln, and we read stories and did activities in kindergarten and first grade, so that was fun. They really enjoyed it, and I was very impressed with the students, because sometimes they're a little shy around little ones, but they were like, bam, right in there, and just really, really cute time. And they created the activities. They were very well done, so it was a win-win on both sides, the little ones and the older ones. I am in the midst with others on our team here of negotiations, so We have been spending a lot of time together. Ms. Bogdan's organizing us for OPSI, SEIU, and teachers. So we have all those going on. So we have 3 nights of that. We have another one tomorrow. We'll have more next week. So it's negotiation season. So a lot of time spent there. But I'll provide an update for you later this evening. And then just wanted to congratulate the mayor. I was able to see the state of the city, as a couple of you were, able to attend Cuyahoga Falls, and I appreciate the work that they're doing. The mayor's always very impressive and lovely to listen to all the things that are going on. And I did not get to the village. It was Emerson's 13th birthday, so we didn't want to, I don't think I could miss that evening, so I missed that. But that's my report. So, and thank you to Ms. Hausman for stepping in for me last meeting. I'm happy to be back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to item I, board business, future agenda items. I connected with Dr. Selico and reviewed the list that we created at the last meeting, and we have worked to calendar those. So all of the ones that were mentioned have been calendared for future meetings, just so you're aware. Is there anything additional to be brought forward at this time? Okay.
The graduation aims to be next meeting.
Yeah.
List of graduates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that will be coming.
When
Yep.
are we doing the portrait of a graduate? Portrait of a tiger? Is that on the list?
Well, I was waiting till the art walk is over.
Oh,
you
sure,
know, 'cause they're
sure.
pretty immersed in that, but.
It's on the list somewhere?
Just however you want to do it, if
Okay.
if you want it in a work session or at a board meeting or.
Maybe June. We might need to start creating a list and like have an actual work session meeting in June. The last few years we haven't, but I feel like this year we have enough topics maybe to talk about for like an actual work session meeting.
Okay.
Let's think about that. We can brainstorm some stuff. Because we always have that one. We've used it for other purposes in the past, but maybe we actually need to have. I feel like there's enough percolating. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. So that might be valuable.
It's on the calendar already, right? June 30th or something? Is that what we're talking about? The work session?
It's the middle meeting in June. The middle meeting in June is always designated as a work session.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
We do 3? We don't? I know it's not.
Yeah, we did 3.
I have 10, 24.
And the 30th.
And what's the third one?
The 30th is a Tuesday.
Oh, I took that off my calendar because I thought that was a mistake.
No.
It is
No,
there. Okay, I'm gonna put it
No.
back. All right. Got it.
Okay, all good. We'll move to item 2, committee reports. I'll go first. Board policy, we do need to schedule a meeting because we do have some policies to review. And then I was approached, and Mrs. Schaefer as well, by some board members from Hudson that wanted to meet with us to form, they said their board wants to form a board member committee to discuss the 6th district. So we are meeting with them next Tuesday to discuss that. We have quite a bit of information to discuss with them. We're not sure what they're going to bring. And then subsequent to that, I've spoken with board members from Kent, Hudson, and Talmadge, and I have Kent, Hudson, Talmadge, and Stowe, and I have scheduled to speak with somebody from Woodridge about this idea. So, so far everybody is on board. I assume Woodridge will be on board as well. So, that's a committee-related item. Okay. Mrs. Zimmerman?
Oh, sure. We haven't had Financial Advisory Committee. We did have a Foundation and Alumni Association meeting last week. They are giving away, as Ms. Weekly mentioned earlier, $150,000 in scholarships. They had almost 70 students apply, and almost every single one of them were well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. They were able to really distribute a lot of scholarships. So that award ceremony will be May 5th. and Mark Bowers, he's gone, but he is now taken on the executive director role. Just a great fit, seems like. And that they're working very hard on engaging members and improving their website, and they're very interested in supporting us on advocacy. They want to know what's going on, on the state level, and so it's been a very positive experience so far.
Great, thank you. Mr. Harris?
Yeah, just we had a Business Alliance Council meeting last Tuesday. Ms. Hausman gave a fantastic presentation on teaching and learning, sharing all the great progress we've been making, and there were folks there that were very impressed by, some of those numbers, and so, really appreciate you doing that and sharing that with folks in the business community. We also got some updates on the portrait of a black tiger as well. I think that's where we made the decision. We need a little bit more yellow in there as well. But no, it was great. And then, did I miss anything on that, Ms. Schaefer? I know you were there as well. No, it was pretty easy breezy. And then a quick legislative update. It was mentioned the new statewide coalition, the Ohioans to Protect Public Services, I'm just going to read from what I have here, has launched a coordinated educational effort to ensure Ohioans have accurate information about real-world impact of eliminating property taxes. The broad coalition brings together trade associations representing public schools and local governments, business organizations, nonprofits, and other entities around the shared commitment of protecting the essential public services Ohioans rely on every day. BASA, OSBA, and OASBO have been actively engaging members of the coalition since formation. So, I'm very, Ms. Stoykoy had mentioned that. I'm sure you'll keep us posted on how that's going along the way, and I'll try my best to follow up on that. And then I also wanted to mention that today, or this week, Governor DeWine launched the Ohio Attendance Dashboard as well. So that is out there, and that tool is designed to provide fast, transparent, and easy-to-use attendance data for schools. So that's what I have.
Ms. White?
None.
Mrs. Schaefer?
We're meeting on Friday for the District Wellness Committee.
Well, I should have said for Community Engagement Empowerment Team, the first evening event is actually next week. So just a reminder, we have those 2 evening events at our elementary schools for our families, and you got a calendar invitation for that. So the first evening event is next week. So I was remiss not to mention that. So just a reminder about that. Okay. Brings us to number 3, comments. Mrs. Schaefer, you're up first.
Oh, I'm first. Okay, so I feel like we did a lot. Have we met since the musical?
No.
It seems like a long time. So my best friend and I went to the musical, and she has not been to like a high school musical for a couple years. Our girls graduated in 19. So we went to the musical together, and she was super impressed. I already knew it was going to be fantastic, but we were sitting there, and we kept forgetting that we were watching high school students. It was so good, and then the screen that comes down behind that projects the backgrounds. So now my son liked working on like the backgrounds and painting the backgrounds and everything, so I did feel a little bit bad that he wouldn't have gotten to do something like that. I mean, he's graduated, so he wouldn't have anyways, but it was so spectacular when they had the wizard's head and they're playing. It was really good. It was really good, and the chemistry between the cast members and everything was really great. It was really great. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Let's see. We went to the State of the City.
But I'm sorry, Ms. Schaefer, Lucas is here, who was a big part of that production, The Wizard of Oz, so while he's here, he'll just say
I loved
excellent
it.
job, right?
It was
We all
great.
Loved it. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just thought since I saw him here.
Yeah, fantastic. And the State of the City that we went to, I like going to that because he puts everything, bless you, he puts everything that's happening in the city kind of in a bite-sized piece for you in just a kind of a short presentation. And I didn't realize, you'll remember, Mr. Gomez, the 15th largest city
Mhm,
in
the
Ohio.
I'm surprised by
53,000 residents.
That's, I was surprised. Then when he kind of listed the things that are happening in the city, you know, oh, I forgot about that, oh, I forgot about that. And because the city is so large, and you think, well, what about my end of town? Well, how about when is my road getting paved? That, you know, but the city is so large, there's always something happening, there's always a project happening, always something getting planned. So it really kind of put that in perspective, attending that. And then we also attended the State of the Village in Silver Lake. And I don't personally live in Silver Lake, so I don't keep up on everything that's happening there. So it was nice to see what was happening over there and hear about all the road work that you guys had to do over there. Must have been a headache. And then you know, on all the drains and the sewers, it seems like it must have been a big headache. And then last night, we went to the Supporting and Protecting Public Education Next Steps for Community Action. Would you call it a rally? They said
They
bring
called it a
signs,
What I know.
and I think we were the only people that actually brought signs.
It wasn't a rally, that was what was disappointing. I was ready to rally.
I was ready.
Chant.
Listen, if,
Someone start a chant.
well, I think you did chant a little bit, didn't you, Mrs. Zimmerman?
yelled.
Yeah.
We were well represented. I thought Cuyahoga Falls, I appreciated that we went and we had a good representation. We had the teachers there, Ms. Carlisle was there, and a couple other teachers, and that we were well represented.
And the people that were at the table speaking, they all had like I think what the one said, the drop the mic moment. They all had something that was kind of like a drop the mic moment. My favorite was the bus.
Yeah.
You know, do you know how much a bus costs? And we're all like, well, I don't know. And they're like, you know, neither do private schools because they don't have to buy it because we bus them. But it was funny. And I don't know that she meant it to be like that either. But it was a good one. It was, I enjoyed myself. And I'll probably post this on my Facebook page, but make your voice heard and how to contact your state legislators. Yeah. And how to stay, to show your support and some information. I'll probably start sharing some of that stuff in bite-sized pieces. If you share it all at one time, it gets lost, so. I think that's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. White?
Yes, all of us attended the CARE banquet, and it's just a lovely time to celebrate some of our community members or staff that do some wonderful work and caring for our students. And that night we celebrated the Elks Lodge. They are just wonderful. And then all the districts together celebrated their libraries, which to me is just special. Although they didn't really talk about reading, which kind of, I was taken aback a little bit. And I know probably it wasn't the time to really discuss kids reading, but you know, it's what libraries are to me. And, but they do a wonderful job in caring for our students, and it was nice. But I just also wanted to say real quickly that, you know, to me, reading it just helps you grow. And like with most of our top Tigers, they're readers and write, and I've heard writers too, which I really appreciate. But, you know, I think we learn from stories. We learn who we are as human beings from the stories that we tell, the stories, the books we read. And I also want to make a real quick thing for art, because one of my former colleagues was an art teacher. He said, you know, Patty, actually the written word started with art. And I said, you're right, it did. And so again, through the artists, the musicians we have, it touches our soul and it says something. It tells us what it is to be human. And I don't want to ever lose that. So, and don't forget the art walk is tomorrow. So that's all I have. I know.
Thank you, Ms. White. Mrs. Zimmerman?
I agree with you about reading. I think it's the foundation for all learning. So I went to the rally / gathering with a bunch of us, and I found it, even though there was no chanting, I did find it very positive to just see how all of our local public school districts in Summit County really believe in what they're doing, and they're fighting through the challenges placed upon us outside of our control, but they all, we all care about students, and we want to give our students as much support and as much of a leg up on their lives as we possibly can, and it's a good thing. 85% of kids, 85%, is that what she said? Somebody, I think that's just statistic, are in public schools, so it's still, of course, relevant and important. So I've found it a good experience. I went to the 5K here on Saturday. I ran / walked the whole thing with my husband. It was a real nice event, beautiful day. The National Honor Society did a great job. So I hope that continues to, I think it's the second year they've done it. So I expect it will continue to grow. I also went to the musical. I'm a theater nerd myself, going way back. So I was also very impressed with the talent all around, from the stage crew to the leads to the musicians. Just really important, something we don't want to have to cut. All of those, they're not extra. They are part of your education. So, and then tomorrow I am gonna go tour the Black Tiger Family Center early in the morning with Mrs. Merkel. I've never been to it, so I asked her if she would show it to me. So I'm looking forward to that. That's all I have.
Thank you. I'm up next. The Art Walk is tomorrow night, but Friday night is the second annual middle school PTO food truck festival right here at the 6 to 12 campus, all around outside. So don't forget about that either. I was able as well to go to the state of the city as well as the state of the village, and I was happy to go to both and hear about the strength of both of our communities. Went to the rally gathering last night as well. I really enjoyed beforehand. They started late, but that was okay because we had a lot of time to talk with people, other school board members, our union leaders from our district, and that I thought was really beneficial as well, like the conversations we were having. So I enjoyed that piece of it. And then on Tuesday, Mrs. Schaefer and I are going down to Columbus for an OSBA workshop on, it's basically, OSBA recognized that every school district, because of the cuts from the state, is struggling with finances. So they came together to have a workshop about what's everybody doing about this. So we're excited to hopefully bring back some ideas. I don't know that, it's certainly not going to be any good news, but we're just interested to hear what's going on and try to get some information from kind of the collective voice of the state. And Katie Johnson's going to be presenting at that as well from OASBO. So we look forward to that information and bringing it back. And I was at the CARE dinner as well. I appreciated recognizing the Elks. I said, we're literally running out of awards. And I told the Elks that we're literally running out of awards to give them because of how much they do for our district. Really phenomenal people that go out of their way to care about the students of our district. And it's just really heartwarming. And just great people. And the library idea was actually stolen from us because we honored our library last year. And they liked that idea, so then they honored everybody's library this year. So that was stolen from us. So that's what I liked about the CARE dinner. There were a lot of things that I thought were a dishonest reality about the strength of the 6th District Compact. And this op-ed was just in the Beacon Journal from Josh Gordon. Sorry, Ms. White, I'm stealing your thunder on bringing the article. He's the executive director of the Barberton Community Foundation, and he was talking about, and this is interesting because I've been bringing a lot of stuff about different career tech ed, but Barberton is a compact. So they're in the 4 cities compact with Norton, Wadsworth, Copley, Fairlawn, and themselves Barberton. And combined, they serve much less student population total than the 6th district compact, but they have CNC machining and injection molding, public safety training such as fire and EMT, and cybersecurity programs supported by a dedicated cyber range, which is pretty awesome. Training people for real life jobs. And what Josh Gordon was talking about in his op-ed, and I'm real selective pieces here. He said the purpose of a pathway is to provide direction and momentum with the understanding that plans can change. But if we define the employment pathway only as getting a job, we risk limiting that momentum before it begins. If the employment pathway is going to serve students in our community, it must evolve into a true career pathway that includes access to specialized skill development, training connected to local employers, job placement opportunities, and wraparound support student services that help individuals persist and succeed. And then he said, the purpose of a pathway is to provide direction and momentum with the understanding that plans can change. So his goal in this, and I thought it was really insightful, is that, you know, we talked about the 3 E's, and he's not against the 3 E's, but he said that as we look at what success is for employment, we think of it as a job, and we need to challenge ourselves that jobs don't create success, careers do. And so I thought that was a really wonderful, it was challenging when I read it to think about it first, but like I say, postgraduate success is now something that we are being evaluated on in our state report card as a high school. Graduation is not considered enough success for us. We have to prepare them now, not just to walk across the stage, but to be successful after that. And then one of the other things I wanted to bring is something that the State of Ohio Department of Education and Workforce and their career technical education subsection recently released. It is 2 maps. One is middle school students participating in career technical education, and it's a map of every CTE area. So whether you're a compact, a comprehensive, a JVSD, or a CC, your boundaries, and so the first one here is your percentage of students in grades 7 and 8 who generated CTE, FTE, and completed a CTE course located at a traditional public school district. In the 6th district compact, the percentage is 0%. And some of these districts have 90% plus in some of these compacts. And then the other map that they created is participating students are those in grades 9 through 12 who generate a CTE, FTE, and either completed a CTE course located at a traditional public school district, were sent to a JVS for CTE coursework, and counting, again, the lines. The lowest color is 0.1% to 9.9%. That's the lowest color rating. That's the color rating that the 6th district compact is in. We have the lowest percentage that you can rank in under the rankings of the state for students enrolled in career technical education. And we know that our 4 and 5 year college graduation rate after a kid graduates from our school is low. And we also know as of right now that we have 0 kids currently enlisted. So we need to be really serious about how important this is. It's not about criticizing people. It's about doing our job as school board members to advocate for students to be successful. Mr. Harris, you're up next.
Congratulations to our top Tigers and all the amazing folks we recognized this evening in schools. I was able to attend the State of the City as well. A lot of great things already said about it. Care Award Center as well. Congratulations to the Elks and the libraries. And then tomorrow, yes, the Art Walk. Very excited about it. I got a duck-obsessed 3-year-old at home, so he's very excited. He reminded me to wear my pin this evening as well, so, but no, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to see you all there.
Thank you. That brings us to item J, executive session. Number 1's executive session pursuant to RC 121.22G1, 121.22G3, and 121.22G4. Pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22G1, 121.22G3, and 121.22G4, is hereby moved the board adjourn to executive session to review negotiations or bargaining sessions with employees concerning compensation and/or other terms and conditions of employment, to consider the employment and compensation of a public employee or official, and to meet with board legal counsel to discuss disputes involving the board and/or the school district that are the subject of pending or imminent court action.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mrs. Zimmerman?
Aye.
Mr. Gomez?
Aye.
Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Mrs. Schaefer?
Aye.
Ms. White?
Aye.
We're in executive session at 7:38 PM. There'll be no action after except for adjournment.